Testing. Testing. All right, sounds good. Okay, so today I released a video on my YouTube channel called How to Be an S Tier Wendy. It basically went over how to boss rush as Wendy pretty efficiently. Didn't go through all the bosses. I think Crab King and Celestial Champion were left out. But the objective was to see how much you can beat by day 30. I went a little bit over because, I wanted to include Fuelweaver in it. And that's, in my opinion, the funnest Wendy fight there is. So yeah, I think day 35 beat Fuelweaver, Chess Pieces, Dragonfly, Bee Queen, Twins of Terror, Klaus, and Toadstool. So I'm not going to actually do a run this time. Hey, my conception. I'm not going to do a run. I'm just going to do like a creative world just to go over the boss fights. And this is kind of like, because Mr. Gigio tried to fight Bee Queen after watching my guide and he's kind of having a little bit of trouble. So hopefully this will be like a resource that people can use, like an additional resource to that video I made. Because, I mean, it is kind of, you also got to develop the technical skills to do the fight too. It's not just like pure knowledge. But yeah, hopefully this video or this VOD will be a little bit of a help. So action queue, combined status to show you guys my stats. Server mods, don't starve alone because I want to be able to animation cancel, epic health bar. And I think that's it. Settings, do that. And typically, if you're playing a solo world as Wendy, you want to enable Year of the Bunnyman because that will let you get early access to the War Saddle, because some of the bunnymen that spawn from the event have a steel wool pillow that they sleep under, and if you go to the ruins, get a deconstruction staff, you can deconstruct those pillows for 2 steel wool. And yeah, you can make the War Saddle. Usually it's really tough on RNG to get like a 2 Ukis or 1 Ukis early game, but yeah, this is like a reliable way to get the War Saddle. Should start the game while I'm talking. And the War Saddle is great with Wendy because typically it boosts Beefalo's damage by 16, and with Wendy you always want to get an ornery Beefalo because Abigail boosts your damage as a Beefalo, but Beefalo are not affected by Wendy's damage debuff, which is like less than 25% less damage. So you can end up doing really high amounts of damage if you have Wendy and you're on an ornery Beefalo with a War Saddle. I think it comes out to like 102 damage per hit, and then when you get Abigail hitting right next to you for like 15, 25, or 40 damage, you're pretty much doing the same damage as like Old Wanda with an Alarming Clock or Mighty Wolfgang with like a Dark Sword. Pretty much doing that. So it's really good. But yeah, you gotta get that Year of the Bunnyman activated, unless you're in the creative world like me. What it means when someone discovers their browser history. What? Is that projection? Big damage. Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm trying to give this explanation so that other people, if they watch the VOD that don't really know about this, they can understand. But I think that most people who watch my streams pretty much know like everything I'm gonna say. Like they know that Wendy is great with Beefalo. They know Abigail boosts Wendy's damage by 54%. What else do they know? They know everything that I'm gonna say. But yeah, this is gonna be available on the Lardy Clips channel. So hopefully people will use that as a resource if like my main video wasn't really like, good enough. But yeah, I think the order I did it in the typical run is like Bee Queen first, then I guess I should do AG. Yeah, AG. Then Shadow Pieces, Dragonfly, Twins of Terror, Klaus, Toadstool, Nightmare Werepig, and then Fuelweaver. Every boss except, yes, but it's a creative world, so I'm not gonna actually be like playing the game. I'm just gonna be going to a boss and explaining it because I don't want to be here for like, day 30. What is that? 5 hours or 4 hours? So yeah, I just want to go straight to the point because I don't think people really need to know about the other stuff. Like, how do I get all this stuff? it's kind of explained in the video. The boss fights, though, they take a little bit more explaining to do. So yeah, Wendy, let's go. So first one is going to be Bee Queen. Typically when I fight, wait, Bee Queen Hive, just what it's called. Do I have, oh dude, I'm an idiot. Gotta restart. Forgot to enable too many items because I'm not sure how to spawn in an ornery Beefalo that's fully tamed with a war saddle. But by the way, check this out. I don't know. I think this guy might be a Wendy main. I don't know. Nah, that's just all the words I was using for like that video that I just released. I had to make a bunch of footage from that. But okay. Mods. Client mods. Too many. Is it this one? Let's see. Toggle button. No, it's not this one. This is the one. Okay. Hey, Daryl. How's it going? Okay, like I was saying, when I do a typical run, I want to fight Bee Queen with a untamed Beefalo because I typically fight it on day 11. Fight it on day 11 because it's the full moon, so you can take advantage of not needing a light source, and you can use Abigail's night damage, which is really helpful. You don't need to be on day 11 though, it just makes it like the fight a lot easier. Yakuza 4. I don't know what that game is. Except it's, I guess, it must be really good if there's 4 of them. Oh, thanks for the compliment, Daryl. Yeah, that one, that last video, probably I put the most effort into that one out of all my videos. It's like a 35-minute long video about Wendy, and it's not like my West one. It's not just like a, oh, this is how you beat everything with Beefalo. No, you actually have to use like character-specific strats in that video. Although it is kind of Beefalo heavy at some parts, but that's really just because Wendy is, you know, she really synergizes with Beefalo a lot. Free crafting. Wait, just disabled it. Okay, where's a cistern? Cistern. Is it way at the bottom though? No. I'm just blind. There it is. Nope. Just type it in. Okay, what did I say? I think in the video I said 2 beekeeper hats and 3 marble armor. But that was in the context of using your Beefalo for the first, like, well, using it until it's in the red. And it's in the red after it's below 200 HP. So it does actually help out. It does save you on resources when you use a Beefalo. It will pretty much take care of the first phase for you. Pretty good. And you need 3 potions. You need Nightshade Nostrum for the damage. You need Spectral Cure-All, Rapidly Healer, and then you need Revenant Restorative for the rest of the fight. Also I need Abigail to be at full power right now. She's only at 150. I have the Cistern down with 4 petals, so it'll take her half a day to reach her maximum. While we wait, what else do I need? Hambat, I probably want a fresh one, so I'm going to drop that. Light. Yeah, if I wasn't fighting this on day 11, light might be a little bit of an issue. I think the fit for your capture is clipping the bottom and left of this. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for telling me that. Okay, that should be better. Okay, I need a hammer. What else do I need? I need pierogies. I think I need like... Although in the video I said you need like 5 or 8 pierogies, so you really only need like... Okay, you need 5, I think. I think you could get away with 3. And then what I've been doing lately on my runs is not even getting pierogies. I've just been going with the tall Scotch egg thing, because it doesn't require like a bird cage, so it just saves you a bunch of time. What is that? Tall eggs and 3. Is this everything I need? I just need a ham bat, right? I think I did this fight. I'm pretty sure that when I did a stream called like the first person stream or whatever, I basically played the entire game in first person. I beat B Queen as Wendy with this loadout right here. So I think it should be really doable. If you can do it in first person, you should be able to do it in third person like this. Hi, Lemon Pumpkin. How's it going? Yeah, since I'm just waiting for Abigail to get to max, just gonna kill all these stuff. They're gonna interfere in the main fight. Disable God mode. I think I should be able to get away with 3 tall Scotch eggs. I'm not sure, because I'm not using a Beefalo. But whatever. After she levels up, which should be any second now, I'm gonna skip to like right around here, like in the middle of like 3 segments past nighttime. I think that's the time I want to start the fight. Alright. Skip. 0.5, perfect. 1:35 a.m. is when you woke up. Damn, man. Okay. I can give her the Nightshade Nostrum right now because it's gonna last a day. Set her to aggressive. That's the one thing that sucks. She's gonna run around the arena and kill stuff. That's not B Queen. Okay, there's water over there. I think if I take the fight this way, it's pretty clear. Anyway, alright. Save the game in case I want to roll back right here. Let's do this. Wait, I need a fresh hand bat. Dang it. Okay, so for phase 1, not too much danger of B Queen attacking Abigail. She pretty much focuses you as long as you're like within 7 tiles of her, some huge kind of range. But she will attack Abigail if you go too far away. And she will always come back to you. So yeah, I don't know. You keep Abigail aggressive. Toggle the marble armor on and off. Fresh handbat. Just watch your health. Although since you have marble armor, not too much to be worried about. It's phase 1, almost done. Oh, that's Ocean, I think. Want to keep her away from that. I think we're okay for now. Peso is pretty much the same. Not gonna chase her because she's gonna come back. It's phase 3 and 4 that are the most like annoying, dangerous ones. And you gotta immediately set her to passive when that happens, because Beacon will now like attack Abigail if you're not within like a 1 tile range of her, or if you're not attacking her. Health is getting a little bit low. Maybe it's a good time to eat. There it is. Just gonna scream. I will. There, there's only 2 left, so I'll run right here, position Abigail onto B Queen. I'm okay if I take damage. Just Abigail I'm worried about. Although she is getting beaten up a little bit right now. And when you're approaching B Queen, if you get the first attack in without anybody else hitting you, any of her bees hitting you, then Abigail will send herself onto B Queen. If you don't, then she attacks one of the bees, and things can get a little bit, like, annoying, a little bit messed up. That potion, I'm playing it a little bit safe. Applied it a little bit earlier than I would usually do it, but whatever. Let's see, 1 more phase. Got 2 tall Scotch eggs. Doing pretty good. It's dusk, so it's okay if I canceled Nightshade Nostrum's effects, because at dusk she's doing 25 damage, which is plenty. So I attack bees until there's only a little bit left, and then I lead her onto B Queen. If there's too many bees, she's just gonna get stun locked. She won't follow you. And now's the time where I apply Revenant Restorative just to increase her survivability. Yep, same thing here. There's only a little bit of bees left. Bring Abigail. Come on, Abigail. Come here. Just gonna scream again. Hopefully she screams, but she's probably not. She's gonna run away. Yup. Okay, just kill the bees until there's like 1 left. There we go. If she kills all the bees, then B Queen will immediately stop screaming, which is not good. It's not what we want. Alright, B Queen dead. Well, 1 more hit and she's dead. There we go. And we got, well, since I didn't use the Beefalo, kind of low marble suit, kind of low beekeeper hat, but yeah, there's a successful B Queen fight. And the main thing was, I mean, an important factor is really the time when you start it, because I started it maybe like 1/4 of the game day into the day. Let's see what if I roll back. Let's see what time it starts. But yeah, I think it was like 2 minutes into the day that I started it. Usually I'll do it like maybe a third into the day, which is more like 3 minutes. But since there is no full moon tonight, I won't have any light, so I decided to start a little bit early. Gonna try this time on a Beefalo, because that's how you typically do it in a run. It's because you're gonna be taming a Beefalo to move the pieces. So spawn in a regular Beefalo. No war saddle. That's kind of cheating. It's regular saddle. And Beefalo bell. Bind you to the bell so I keep you away from me after I don't need you anymore. Okay. Oh, it's kind of late. Abigail has a potion. Alright, let's do this. Right now it's pretty bad because Abigail's not attacking Bee Queen. There we go. I remember one time I was fighting Bee Queen and she ran away and just hovered over the ocean. I couldn't hit her. Yup. That's why you want to sandwich yourself in between Bee Queen and the ocean. That's because Bee Queen will always fly in the opposite direction of you. Either opposite direction of you or Abigail. But yeah, that's why you want to sandwich her in between the ocean so she never hovers above the water. Okay, Beefalo is almost dead. It's go time. That was just free, like, one entire phase of damage. There we go. Abigail attacking bees. I'm getting a little bit worried because it's almost night. Like, I started the fight a little bit late. So, ugh. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm not sure if you guys know, but whenever I'm approaching Bee Queen, if she's surrounded by bees, you don't want to just hold F. You want to click on her first so that your character targets her and not her grumble bees, because if you're attacking the bees, it's just wasted damage. Just wasted time. It's just going to spawn more. Alright. Oh, don't attack Abigail. Okay. That was actually good. Oh no, Abigail. There you go. Alright, phase 3 is almost done. I don't know. I might be able to do it before nighttime. It's actually a really good fight because I haven't had to like add a potion to Abigail yet. Come on. Yeah, I think I should be able to beat her before nighttime. Abigail's health is low, so I add the Spectre Cure All to her. Heal her for 600. Is Bee Queen dead now? 9 HP, come on. There we go. All good. Since I use a Beefalo, I have a lot of armor saved over. So 70% of my Beekeeper hat, 82% of the Marble suit, and I have another Tall Scotch Egg. So yeah, that's how you typically do it. Hopefully my explanation was good enough. I mean, if you could do it on a night that's not full moon, then full moon just makes it way easier. Okay, with that done, what's the next one? It's Ancient Guardian, I think. So let's go AG. Actually, gotta get my Beefalo. Echo. Where's the backpack? There we go. LOL. What's going on, man? Okay, so once you beat Bee Queen, you get the Beekeeper hat, get all the royal jelly. I'm gonna assume that I cooked the royal jelly and turned it into jelly beans. I got 6, so I'm gonna get 18 jelly beans. Just eat all this royal jelly. Okay, where did I drop my Beefalo? Way back there, huh? If you want, say hello. What? Okay, going to the cave entrance. My Beefalo. So I think Ancient Guardian is pretty straightforward with Wendy. The main thing you want to do is use Vigor Mortis. Like, don't forget Vigor Mortis, because it does require 1 honey to make, so it's not something that you can get in the caves. So if you're like at the AG fight and you forget, you're gonna have to run all the way back up to get it. It's not so important that you need it to fight AG. It just makes the fight like way faster, because if you don't have it, then Abigail is like she's not gonna be able to really keep up with you. She's gonna get hit a bunch. You might have to desummon her, and if you do that, then you're basically fighting at half strength, because not only is she boosting your attacks to 52 from 34, she's also damaging AG herself. So if you do the math, it really comes down to like she's doubling your damage basically. So go next to the Minotaur. I think that's what it's called. Yep. So that's the potion you want, Vigor Mortis. It's going to make Abigail move as fast as a fully tamed ornery Beefalo with a war saddle. 2 inputs. Does it sound like I have 2 pin? So that's the potion you want, Vigor Mortis. Wait, testing? I don't know, it sounds good to me. Okay, so Abigail summoned. Vigor Mortis, apply it to her. Get myself some light bulbs. Yeah, so this is not, like, I do have an advantage right here. This is a fully tamed default Beefalo. I would have, like, an untamed ornery right now, which would buck me off. If this is going to be, like, a rush, I'd probably be here day 14, maybe? Which means my Beefalo would be taming for at least 12 days, 11 to 12 days. It means it's over 50% tamed. That translates to, like, 2 minutes of riding. So I do have an advantage here. I would have to get off like of the Beefalo at least once during the fight. I'm not sure if I typically beat AG in 2 minutes. There's an echo. Wait a second. So I do have an advantage here. I would have to get off like I don't know, I'm listening it to on like I'm listening to the stream on my phone and it doesn't sound bad. There's nothing I can really do. Like I'm looking at my OBS like screen and it's just showing 1 input for my mic and 1 input for my desktop stuff. Yeah, sorry if there's an echo. I'm not sure what I can do about that. But yeah, I don't really hear that on my end. But anyway, Abigail's so fast with Vigor Mortis that you can attack this guy a lot, like right, and wait until he gets up in order to move. Actually, you can probably get up, like you can move after he gets up. That's how fast she is. She's not quite as fast as like an untamed Beefalo or a Beefalo with the regular saddle, but she's still pretty darn fast. But yeah, everybody knows how to fight this dude. Just get behind one of these pillars that fall from the sky and just attack. By the way, if you guys want to learn how to animation cancel well, all you have to do is install this mod called Don't Starve Alone. It fixes the game so that there's no input lag, or it really reduces input lag. And that's really what's holding you back from animation canceling. I mean, maybe there is some skill involved, but for me, it's like 90% is your computer good? Like, is your game running smoothly? That's the real question if that determines whether you're going to be able to animation cancel or not. Yeah, so that's AG. Very exciting fight. Everybody already knows how to do it. But it's obligatory, just to show that you need Vigor Mortis. Okay, so AG, I'll probably beat him around day 15, day 14. The next fight is going to be the Shadow Pieces. That's probably going to, I mean, that has to occur on the night of day 21. That's another one where it's like, Abigail is not really a factor too much. She helps you get through phases 1 and 2 quickly, but then against the level 3 Shadow Rook, like, she's not going to be in the fight for long. He does 150 damage, she can't dodge him. Like, there's no way she's sticking around, so you just fight it kind of normally. I wonder if there is a way to, like, keep her alive in that phase, but I haven't figured it out. And honestly, like, I haven't put a lot of effort into figuring it out because it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not a hard fight. So let's spawn those pieces. It really helps to not have obstacles when you fight the Shadow Pieces because you're going to be moving around a lot. Trees can block you, keep you in place, and you don't really want to take a lot of 150 damage. No, actually it's 165 damage, I think, for each Rook teleport. Is there a way to spawn them with this? Shadow Pieces, Shadow Pieces. You know what? I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna spawn them like this. Alright. Let's get out of the way. Oh yeah, I forgot that you're actually... I mean, no, you don't use any potions for this one. Whoa. This guy's almost dead. Oh yeah, because he fought B-Queen. Damn it. That kind of screws up with the fight. Should heal this guy completely first. Okay, come on. Are they still spawned in? Yes, they're still here. Okay, good. I don't really care about taking damage in the first phase. They don't hit too hard. Second phase, you might want to dodge. Abigail, what I usually do is use a Revenant Restorative on her, just to keep her alive a little bit longer in this phase, because she does make it go kind of quickly. You don't want her to die in a rush because, like, that will set you back a couple of days of waiting for her to get to max again. Yeah, this is probably the most annoying phase because this Rook, he likes to teleport a lot. Although you can dodge it. it's gonna take a while. And you'll be taking constant damage from this bishop because it's unavoidable. I'm not sure how much the bishop does. I think it's like 30 damage per hit. But it hits you a lot. Alright. Rook time. Super boring fight. Basically hit it like 6 times if you're not animation canceling. You can hit it like up to 10 times. Actually, up to 14 times. If he decides to roar at you. But typically 6 times if he doesn't roar, 9 to 10 times if he doesn't roar and you're animation canceling. Which also proves that animation canceling is really powerful, man. So if, like, the difference between 6 hits and 10 hits, it's increasing your DPS by over 50%. But yeah, the Rook, you know, he's huge and he teleports pretty quickly. But Beefalos are just so fast that you have no chance of getting hit. The difference between this and the actual fight in a run is that your Beefalo is going to be untamed, so you want to feed it like at least 2 steam twigs before the fight and max out its obedience with light bulbs. Each steam twig will fill its hunger for 100, and so 2 of them, that's 200 hunger, and it basically, since it drains 300 hunger per day, you're basically going to keep it well fed for 2/3 of a game day. That's typically like more than enough time to beat the chess pieces. And while your Beefalo's hunger is not at 0, its obedience drains a lot slower. I think it's once every 10 seconds, like 1% every 10 seconds. And because it drains slower, you don't have to feed it again until after the fight. If your Beefalo's hunger is at 0, its obedience drains so quickly that you're gonna have to feed it in the middle of this fight, and that could be bad because if this dude does an AoE attack, and if his AoE attack hits your Beefalo, it's going to be aggroed onto him. It's not going to let you mount. And that's basically goodbye, Beefalo. Because this guy has 10,000 HP. He hits really hard. Your Beefalo only has 1,000. Probably going to be damaged from earlier phases. And only does 34 damage per hit. So, has no chance. Yeah, that's why you want to not max out its hunger. Max out its obedience. Get its hunger to like 200 before the fight. That way, you don't have to feed it in the middle of the fight, and you can just jump right back on. Probably when this guy has like 5,000 HP. But yeah, if you're not using Epic Health Bar, you're not gonna know how much HP this guy has. You just gotta go like based on the time. So what time of day did I jump on this Beefalo? If it's day 21, that's almost fully tamed. So your Beefalo will let you ride for like at least 2.5 to 3 minutes. So just look at the world clock. Each segment is 30 seconds. And just eyeball it. So 4 segments. Then hop off, hop back on. That's a Shadow Pieces fight. Super easy. Which one is next? Probably Dragonfly. So, actually I don't want to go to him. I want to go to Lava Pond. This is probably one of the funnest fights because if you're using Year of the Bunnyman, then you're going to be getting the War Saddle, and probably if you're fighting Dragonfly after the Shadow Pieces, you're going to be fighting it with a fully tamed Ornery Beefalo if you're playing as Wendy. And that means that you're going to be dealing like Wolfgang damage. Which makes the Dragonfly fight really fun because you can stun her. I think you can stun her like twice, not just once. Depending if you're using animation canceling or not. If you're not using animation canceling, I think it's possible to stun her if you're fighting at nighttime. I'm not too sure. But yeah, like usual, you want to get rid of all the hounds around the area so they don't interfere. You know, you don't really need to like build a wall. But if I'm doing this in like an actual run, I would build a wall just because it makes things like more safe and consistent, and it's not something that you have to really go out of your way to do. It's not a big deal. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't want the bees to interfere with the fight. Man, hounds and bees. And it looks like the bees are at the... No, actually, it's this one right here. So there is one lava pond that you always want to get. It's the one that's furthest away by itself. Since it's furthest away, then you don't... Like, the lavas will get funneled into the lava pond better. You want to build the walls corner to corner because they can take up more space that way, or take up more like horizontal space. And you want to build a 12 by 12 wall because that is like you get walls in sets of 6. So 6 times 4, it's even 12 and 12. Corner to corner. Furthest lava pond. This might actually not... No, this is the furthest one. And again, this, like, against the Dragonfly and AG, and against Toadstool, you want to use Vigor Mortis. Against Toadstool, you can also get away with Revenue Restorative, but I think, you know, after playing this game for a bit, Vigor Mortis is the better choice. Why do I have 2 War Saddles? What the hell? Okay. Watch this. Actually, no, I'll save the stun. You can actually get 8 hits in if you're animation casting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go with 7. It's safer. But yeah, I've been able to get 8 hits in before. Just not really consistent. You got to be like really on the money to do that. But yeah, look, I'm doing 102 damage per hit. And because I'm on a Beefalo, which is fast, and Abigail has the potion applied to her, chase this guy down instead of having to run away. First phase, he spawns like 5 larvae. They're probably spawned too close to each other. Anyway, he spawned them really close, and he spawned 3 already, so I'm just going to go back. Forgot to make myself a pan flute. Always need that for Mage Dragonfly. Just wait for her to come here. That's 4. There should be 1 more. Why do I have a... I thought it was nighttime. Okay, there's only 2 more. If there's 1 more lava, I'm going to try and stun her. Okay, let's try to stun her. There we go, stunned. So she won't enrage since she's stunned. It's like a free pan flute use. And the only reason why I can stun her is because I'm Wendy, the Beefalo, that's ornery, the War Saddle. Dealing crazy amounts of damage. So yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but Abigail is moving just as fast as the ornery Beefalo with the War Saddle. Which is, I think it's 45 or 46% faster than default speed. So it's faster than a walking cane. It's about the same, it's a little bit slower than a walking cane and a magic luminescence. So it's still pretty fast. Of course, if you're doing an actual run, this fight takes place during winter. So it probably wouldn't even need a lantern right here. You'd have a star collar. Don't have to worry about heat. Ooh, I don't want him to attack Abigail. No, don't attack Abigail, please. There, I got 8 hits in. Okay, and then Dragonfly will either enrage or she'll go back to spawn more lava. Once the last lava dies, if they don't, she only does this 50-50 dice roll thing. If the lava die naturally, if you kill them, then she will enrage every single time if you kill the last lava. But if they just die off, like because of old age or they time out like that, then yeah, there's a 50% chance that she'll just go back to spawn more. I'm not sure why they did that. It's kind of annoying, but it can be helpful. So yeah, look, we already got her down to under 7,000. I think her next health threshold is at 5,000 or something. What the hell? Uh-oh. Ooh, Abigail's really low. That's okay. Fight is over now. There's Dragonfly. And then the next one would be Twins of Terror, so we will skip 20 days. And we want to fight the twins like in an open area, so we just picked Oasis Desert. Oh, here's the obligatory Hound Wave. Okay. Abigail, she should be at full HP when you fight the twins. Although they wreck her really badly. I think they do over 200 damage per charge. So you really don't want to get her hit by them. I'm not sure if people used to know this before I did my how I play Wendy stream, but the way that you keep Abigail alive against the twins is to set her to aggressive and just fight her on the opposite side of Abigail, because the twins will usually just target you, not her, and that causes them to just charge at you. She dodges. I mean, that keeps her out of the AoE. If you keep her on passive, she gets too close to you and she'll get caught up in their attacks. Terrarium, right? Let's see, what else should I... What's reasonable? You don't really need anything, because it's, you're just on a Beefalo. Oh, you do need a pan flute just to pan flute them at the beginning. Separate the twins. I mean, you can separate them without the pan flute, but it's just more of a hassle. Just use the pan flute. Okay, let's see. Where should I lead these guys? There's a swamp over there. I don't want to lead them to the swamp. There's a forest over there. I really don't want to lead them there. Just because, I'm going to get wrecked by the trees. Trees are going to block me. Not a great oasis, honestly. It's not that big. It's not, really squarish or roundish. It's more, thin. What are you? What? Why is that guy there? I guess the oasis spawned right on top of their set piece. It's weird. I guess I gotta lead them here to the bishops then. That said, I should just take care of these guys real quick. Okay, after this is Klaus. I mean, these are all bosses that don't need too much explaining if you know what you're doing, if you know how to fight these guys usually. Except for twins, because you need to know to set Abigail to aggressive and then, fight the twin on the opposite side of her. But yeah, Klaus is everybody knows how to fight Klaus. Klaus is everybody's favorite raid boss. After him, it's Toadstool, then Nightmare Werepig, and then Fuelweaver. And we're done. Skip. So yeah, you want to know where you're going to lead them. Actually, I could lead them over there too. Maybe I'll do that. Pan flute. We go on this side. We're all ready. All right, let's do this. Wow, how much health does those guys have? Took Abigail a while to kill it. Yeah, but I'm shredding these guys. Look how fast he's already at half health. So, oh, Abigail got stuck, not helping me fight. That's okay. It's okay because like the last thing you want is for Abigail to die. Against the green one, not too bad if she, I mean, not too bad if she dies. Like it does really decrease your DPS, but against the red one, she takes care of the peepers. So you really don't have to worry about that. Makes the fight just way easier. One more charge, huh? These trees are so dangerous. Alright, it's twins. The closest I've come to beating both twins in one night is beating the first one, the green one, and then bringing the red one down to like 3,000 HP. Sometimes this dude decides to just target Abigail for no reason. This red one. So that's just gotta watch out for that. Anyway, pretty flawless twins fight. I don't think I got hit. I think I got hit by like a peeper, which who cares about that? That's 20 HP. Alright, skip to that. Skip 0.55. Wait, I thought I gave you food. Okay, now that the first one is down, we only have one. We don't need the pamphlet anymore, and you can just keep Abigail aggressive at the start of the fight. You don't have to do any manipulation in the beginning. You can also fight around your star color staff now, or the dwarf star, because you're not trying to lead this guy away from the other one. Yeah, right now, usually the peepers would be kind of annoying to deal with, but Abigail just deals with all of them, so makes the fight a lot easier. But yeah, you don't need anything special to beat the twins. You can beat them with Wes on a Beefalo. Easy peasy. Okay, so that's the twins. Now we gotta fight Klaus. Might as well just spawn him right here. Okay, so for Klaus, you don't want to use Abigail if it's nighttime because she will kill the deers. So, I will only bring her out when it's day. And this is just a very vanilla way to fight Klaus. On a Beefalo, actually. So when you see the ice spell, you just move to the other side. Dodge. Hit a bunch of times. And then for the fire spell, instead of running around or anything, I just like to keep on attacking and let him walk through it. And that's basically it. Easiest raid boss. For the Krampus, you can summon Abigail. She'll help you out. Put her away since it's still nighttime. Actually, I'll apply this to you because it's going to be day soon. Actually, since it's day now, you can actually use Abigail. I got juked out by the gem deer. So she's gonna attack them, they'll attack her, but it's just boosted damage for you this entire time. Oh! Oh yeah, with Revenant Restorative, it greatly increases her survivability. Stay in the fight for longer. Ah, come on. Oh, she's actually going to survive this. Cool. That's Klaus. Everybody's favorite raid boss. Okay, I think with that, that's Bee Queen, Dragonfly, Klaus, Tons of Terror, Shadow Pieces. Got 2 more. Actually 3 more because we got Nightmare Werepig now. So, Cave Entrance. Dang it. Okay, so when I'm doing an actual run, like, you have a choice to fight, you know, these 3 in whatever order you want. But the choice I would make is Toadstool first, then Nightmare Werepig, and then Fuelweaver. The reason why is that against Toadstool, you need a bunch of items. Like, you need red gems for fire staffs if it's not, like, spring. Well, you don't need it, but just the way I fight it. And you don't want to be carrying that around the entire time. So yeah, you want to fight Toadstool, drop all that stuff that you need just for Toadstool, and then you have a lot of extra inventory space for Nightmare Werepig, and then for Fuelweaver, you need a bunch of stuff for him too. Usually I craft that stuff when I go to the ruins right before I void walk to Fuelweaver. So yeah, that's the order. Just Toadstool, Nightmare Werepig, then Fuelweaver. Let's see, is this the one? It is the one. Okay. Let's see. It's a pretty. This arena's kind of. It's okay. Like, you want the most space on the outside as you can. That's a really good arena. This one doesn't have too much. I mean, it's decent. There's some pinch points like right here, and these guys are gonna mess with the fight 100%. So I'll just kill them right now. What do you need for this fight? Okay. In my S tier Wendy video, I said that you need like pan flute, ice staff, and a bunch of fire staffs, right? So that is true, but there's a little thing that you want to do that I didn't mention in the video, and that's because that video came out like a year ago. Like I finished that video back in January of this year. I just didn't know like a good time to release it, because before I released that video I wanted to do other videos on Wendy, like how to fight as Wendy and the potion tier list, to kind of have those resources out first, and then I can get into like more advanced stuff, which is like the S tier Wendy guide. So yeah, obviously I improved since I did that video, and so it's a better tactic right here. So when you first Ruins Rush, you're obviously going to go for a pick / axe. Right? So you're going to have this in your inventory. And with that, you want to, like after Toadstool spawns spore caps, you want to put Toadstool to sleep with a pan flute or freeze her, and then chop down one of the trees, and then you can start attacking it. Because with only 7 trees up, Toadstool only has like 40% damage reduction, and so you can still do a decent amount of damage. And the main thing is that Toadstool is not moving fast when that happens. So yeah, you're gonna see the tactic in play. But anyway, for some reason, whenever I animation cancel really quickly on the Beefalo, Toadstool ends up not spawning a bunch of trees. Let's see if that's the case this time. I'm gonna give myself a bunch of twigs. Just dang. Just so I have something to feed my Beefalo with. I'll take this. I'll put away all the unnecessary stuff. Yeah, I think that's all unnecessary. Okay. Actually, there's a good chance it's gonna burn if I leave it there. Drop that there. Set my hunger to 100%. Alright. Oh yeah, and the potion this time, instead of Revenant Restorative, which is what I said in the video, I want to use Vigor Mortis. In the video, I didn't mention this too about Toadstool, but you want to lead it towards the outside in this first phase. You don't want to just attack it around the circle, because if you lead it on the outside, you get a little bit of time where the Toadstool is walking back and not attacking you. It's extra time to just deal more damage. I'm not sure how well I'm doing this time in leading Toadstool. Probably not that well. It's probably going to turn around any second now. Yep, there it turns around. Walks back slowly. Did a pretty good job. Let's see. Toadstool started out at 52,500 health. Dropped it down to 44... 43? Yeah. 43,000 before it first starts spawning spore caps. So what I do is, after the 4th spore cap, I start to light them up with fire staffs. Oh, did it again. I'm not sure why this happens, but whenever I'm animation canceling really quickly, only spawns 4 spore caps. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's great. It really helps me out. Especially since I'm using a Beefalo in this fight. I don't have to get off the Beefalo to chop stuff down. But yeah, it's interesting to note that it seems the faster you animation cancel, the higher chance you have of bugging Toadstool out. Could be wrong. But yeah, right now Toadstool does have some spore caps up. She is powered up. All her attacks are like 50% stronger, I think. And she gets 20% armor. So my attacks are 20% weaker. It's okay if Abigail takes bombs sometimes, because she heals over time, and if Toadstool is not powered up, they only do 100 damage. It's a long fight. She has a lot of time to heal up. Yeah, look, already phase 2. This is the second round of spore caps. Let's see if she bugs out again. Nope. Didn't get lucky this time. It's okay. But that's good. We can demonstrate the technique. So got 8 spore caps up this time. What you want to do is okay. No, I'm always about to do something really ballsy, but I will not. Come on, Toadstool, get over here. Lead it out of the fire. So that it's not getting damaged. Chop down 1 tree so it gets powered down. And there we go. Toadstool should be walking back any second now. There we go. Slowly walking back. Already got it down to 27,000. Yeah, it's probably gonna be phase 3 after this. And you can tell how long the fight is based on your hunger. So I started the fight at full hunger. You lose 75 hunger a day. Just see how long this fight takes. Each day is 8 minutes long. Okay, that's 5. Let's get the fight, lighting them on fire again. Fortunately, seems that... Can I get to that one? I might be able to get to that one. Who knows? Get over here, Toadstool. You don't want to use the sleep too much, because it does like not affect Toadstool as much every time you use it. So that's why you want to bring the ice staff. The next time I want to immobilize Toadstool, use the ice staff instead. Ice staff is not as good as the freeze, especially since you're gonna have all these heat sources around here. Ooh, already in phase 3. Should be walking back anytime. There we go. Let's see. Toadstool's at 18,700, and let's see how much HP I take off after this, and then when I start lighting it on fire. Let's see how much HP I can take off. I'm guessing it's going to be like 6,000. Oh, maybe not. Way overestimate. Alright, that's 5. I gotta start lighting them up. And Toadstool's gonna hop. Come on, Toadstool. Over here. Don't run away. Let's freeze Toadstool. While it's frozen, let's go chop this tree down. It's already thawing out. It's gonna immediately do a stomp. The stomp timer varies. It varies with Toadstool's health. When Toadstool just enters phase 3, the stomp timer is like once every 20 seconds, I think. Wow, she's gonna stomp again right now. But as its health goes lower, the stomp timer decreases all the way down to like, I think 10 seconds is the quickest. Alright. Under 10,000 HP. Looks like you might have to deal with some nightmare creatures. I see the fissures opening up in the back. But yeah, this should be the last round right here. Four. Get out of there. Yep, there's the nightmare creatures. Oh.
So since this was the last phase, I just decided to use the fire amulet or the ice staff, and I'm just gonna wait it out. So I didn't chop one down, and that's because like it's the last phase, and whatchamacall, like there's interference from nightmare creatures. So I'll just keep Toadstool around that pond. There we go. Stomp right now. Oh no, Abigail. That's okay. Ooh, Abigail's slow. Which means I gotta dodge early. Which means I've been fighting this guy for over a day. But I think it's still a pretty fast fight. I think we beat Toadstool in about 9 minutes. Yeah, because I started the fight at 150 hunger. I'm at 70 when I beat it. So a little bit over a day. I think 9 minutes. A little bit less than 9 minutes. That's pretty good. Beating a boss that has 52,500 health in 9 minutes is not that bad. Especially if you're playing Wendy, who's not supposed to be like a heavy hitter. But yeah, if you're doing this in actual run, you can drop like all these fire staffs. You can even drop the pan flute because you don't need it anymore. Next, you're gonna go to the Daywalker. Ooh, that is a not good place for him to be, because there's tons of like abyss right here. It's gonna block me from like running around him. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, and if you're fighting Fuelweaver, then you're gonna obviously have a Nightmare Amulet with you, which will allow you to take out the Shadelings. So yeah, let's do that first. What the hell? Okay, now that this dude is freed, what you want to do before you kill the Shadelings, you're obviously going to have a Beefalo bound to the bell. I want to drop the bell far away from the fight, because in case the worst thing happens and you get knocked off your Beefalo, you don't want it to stick around for the next attack. So if you get knocked off, it's going to run all the way back to this bell. Best practice is to make like another star right by the bell. Easy for you to find it. But you don't need to. A lot of times I put it right next to like a glowberry. Okay, so yeah, just toggle Nightmare Amulet on and off. Kill the Shadelings. The cool thing about beating a Bee Queen and using a Beefalo is that you have access to the Bee Queen hat, and it will never lose durability. Oh, is that a death worm? It is a death worm. What are you doing here? Oh, he sees me. And then obviously the best potion is Revenant Restorative. Dodge the first one. Actually, he's going to continue to do this. You got to hit him once. Then he'll run away and stuff. That starts the fight. He hit Abigail. That's why this arena right here is not that good. Because he does reset every time he hits Abigail. You want a lot of space to move around. With the Abyss, it's not a lot of space. Yeah, when he's down, you can get like 15 hits on him if you're animation canceling. I think like 10 if you're not. Ooh, that was really close. Really dangerous. And of course, you want to keep him next to the pillars so that when he starts to smack them. Well, for two reasons. When he smacks him, he'll be close. And number two is your light source is going to be around there. And he's below, whatchamacall, he's below 5,000. So he's going to start smashing. Just bait him. Come on. Ooh, that was so close. Body blocked. Okay, now that the pillars are out of the way, it's pretty good. I like it because all this extra space to run around. Also, he has a crazy Insanity aura. Like, I think same as Deerclops. Which is negative 400. But since you have a Bee Queen crown, it doesn't matter to you. You actually gain sanity from being around this dude. So just run right up to him. Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew that was coming. If he doesn't move around a lot, like if he gets stunned like that a lot, watch out, he's gonna instantly, like, charge at you. Oh, come on, dude. What? Bring him back to the light. Oh, Abigail got hit. So I think she resets his fatigue by 1.5 every time she is hit. Or anybody is hit. His fatigue resets by 1.5. Doesn't matter though. She had a Revenant Restorative. I'm doing crazy damage. Easy fight.
Okay. So yeah, Sniper Werepig can be really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing because he knocks you off your Beefalo, which is a good thing. I'm glad that Clay introduced enemies that can knock you off because that makes Beefalo have more risk. Like, there is an incentive to not use Beefalo as much. You destroy the pillars, so pick up the Dreadstone. Because the last fight we're going to do is the Fuelweaver. And yeah, what I typically do, all these blueprints, you're going to, the obvious thing to do is to learn them. But it's really helpful because Fuelweaver, you want to be max sanity for that fight. And you can use the blueprints to increase your sanity really quickly. Alright. The funnest fight in the game. Unfortunately, there's no good place to put my Beefalo. Because there's spiders right there. So yeah, that's one thing. If your Beefalo goes onto these spider webs, that's the one type of spider webs that will aggro onto beef. So just keep them far away from that. Oh yeah, forgot. The Beefalo Bell is way by the Nightmare Werepig fight. So it doesn't matter. Just gonna run back to there and teleport there somehow. But we don't have to worry about that. Okay. Food, I need to set my hunger to 1. Okay, so when you get here, you're good chance you're not full sanity. What I usually do, especially if I'm trying to rush things, I make a sanity station out of dwarf stars. I used to do just 2 dwarf stars, but if you really want to speed things up and you have the jelly beans to do it, I would make 3 or maybe even 4. Because look how fast your sanity climbs when you're in the middle of 4. It's really fast, man. So yeah, just stand here. You probably end up taking some heat damage because even though it's the middle of winter, that's 4 dwarf stars. It's a lot of heat. But yeah, look how fast my sanity is climbing. Oh, this nightmare creature. So you're basically trading like sanity for health right now. When you start to overheat, just pop a jelly bean into your mouth. But yeah, getting like 1 sanity every half second. It's pretty fast. Gets you from 0 to 200 really quickly. In the meantime, what I would be doing is... Actually, I should just pretend I'm doing that.
Okay, let's get a piggyback. Because that's what I typically would have right now. What do I not need? I don't need the pan flute, don't need the pickaxe, don't need dreadstone, need the thermal stone. I should take that. Yeah, these are the only things I need of all the things I have. Wait, the magi? Did I put the magi in there? Yeah, I need the magi. Alright, so in addition to the things I have here and the hambat, you will want two of those like crowns. I usually go with 6, but honestly, if you're good enough at this fight, I don't need the bee queen hat. 4 should do. 4 should be more than enough. 5 is also playing it on the safe side, so yeah, I'd go with 5 if you're really confident. If you're not confident, go with 6. Oh, there is those commands, Gabrielle, but I'm trying to run through this as if, you know, I'm trying to emulate an actual run. So in an actual run, I would be doing this to get my sandy up. And it's also at this time that I would be cooking cactus. So yeah, while I get my sandy up, I'd be cooking the cactus that I had bundle wrapped. What else do I need? Need the cactus for sandy. You know, you don't really need any burst healing, but it's good to have it just in case. So I would get, you know, you just need like 2 pierogies really. But if you have the meat and stuff, I would get more. 2 pierogies, or like what I've been doing in my recent runs is using the tall bird egg recipe because it's really good and you don't have to get like a bird cage for it. So a good amount would be 3. And you're probably gonna have a lot of jelly beans left over, so just pop one in right before the fight starts. You're gonna want the hammer because you need to set up the fossil fragments. Give fossil piece 8. I'm here for the class. Okay. So there's a lot of things that I didn't say in that video that I made. So many animations? Animations. What does that mean? Oh. Yeah, the thing is, Mr. Gigio, like, the way I fight Fuelweaver is you never unsummon Abigail, because it just takes too much time, and it deprives you of your way of dealing with the Woven Shadows, and deprives you of damage. So yeah, I would just keep her, if you're like new to the fight, don't unsummon her, and just keep her healed the entire time. Okay, let's see. So here's a secret, okay? You wanna build the fossils as close to the outer edge as possible. There's a reason for this. The reason is that if you're inside the big circle, then the Fuelweaver will use his bone spiral attack. He uses that attack and he uses the snare. If you're on the outside, he will only use a snare. The reason you want to be on the outside and have him only use a snare is because the bone spiral attack will also hit Abigail. But if he's only using the snare, then that's the only attack hitting Abigail, which means by standing outside the big circle, Abigail takes a lot less damage in phase 1, which saves you on potions. What else should I say? I need a lazy, right? Yeah. Yeah, I saw you build it close to the circle, so I was like, hey, Mr. Gigio knows. But yeah. You want to do that. I'm going to use a hambat. Probably the best weapon you can get early game is the Thulusite club. You just need 1 club for the entire fight. Let me pause. 1 club for the entire fight. Hambat is really good too. I'm going to do this fight 3 times. So the first time I'm going to do like the really safe method, which is apply the Revenant Restorative to Abigail at all times.
The next time I'm gonna do like the practical method, which is to apply it to her right before the last hidden hand is hit. And then the last one is like the dangerous method if you're trying to be cool and beat him with the least amount of potions as possible. So that one I might actually. I mean, Fuelweaver is messy, so it's possible for me to lose every single fight. But the last one is gonna be like really pushing it. And then inventory management. So I want to be able to swap the Nightmare Amulet and the Magi. So I want to do a test. I want to swap the Lazy with my Handbat, do a test of that. And lastly, I don't want Abigail's Flower to be there. I want it to be right here because you can right-click the Spectral Curo onto the flower to apply it to her instead of having to click it onto her. So that makes it easier. The potion is right next to the flower. I don't need the hammer, but jelly beans right next to the potion because it's close. So I can do this, and I can also eat a jelly bean at the same time. I'll put that right next to the jelly beans because, you know, these are all like the items I'll be touching with the mouse. And then lastly, the cactus, I'll put it right here because you're going to want to restore your sanity a lot. So you want that to have a key binding so you don't have to always look through your inventory to click on the cactus. Questions. Does Ab always does max damage in caves? Yes, she does. But, I mean, yeah, that's a good thing, you know. She's always doing 40 damage, but the damage that she does, like, pales so much in comparison to the damage that Wendy does that it doesn't make a huge difference against Fuelweaver. Like, the main reason she's there is just to boost your damage. But yeah, it is helpful though. It's not like a non-factor. Okay, so I think with that, I got everything. I'll save the game. Actually, I should let myself heal up a little bit. Whoops. Alright, and both you and Abigail have to be standing on the outside of the circle. If Abigail's on the inside, then the bone spiral still happens. Like, you and Abigail have to be on the outside to stop it from happening. Oh, I also need the heart, right? Give Shadow Atrium. Shadow Heart. Alrighty. Maybe I'll make a fresh Handbat because I want to give myself every little advantage I can. Okay, so lead Abigail around. Set her right there. Start the fight. Instantly eat 3 cactus and a jelly bean. Animation. Well, actually, I'm going to do it regular, okay? So I'm not going to use animation canceling because, you know, if you don't have a good computer or if you don't have, like, whatchamacallit, Don't Starve Alone, or if you're playing on somebody else's server, you can't animation cancel that well. So this is how it's going to be. Anyway, I'm looking at Abigail's health the entire time. I'm just holding F, but I'm looking at her health. When her health goes to 1/4, which is like 150 HP or less, then I apply the last potion to her. I mean, I apply the potion at that time. So yeah. When his health drips below 10,000, he's going to go in phase 2. Teleport out as quickly as you can. Start hitting hands. When you're about here, leave the amulet on. Make her aggressive. Hit the last hand. And then it's go time. You can use his attack to cancel the soothe animation of your flower too. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to keep a potion applied to her at all times, right? This is the safe one. Alright. Dodge the snare. I'll do that. Trigger the attack. Let me eat. Alright. There we go. So, like, once he starts summoning, that's when you hit the last hand. I'm a little bit close to him right now. I don't want to do that because I'm getting destroyed by his Insanity Aura. But yeah. Also, you want him to be, like, in the center because, watch, there's going to be a lot of these Woven Shadows left when he enters phase 2 or when he becomes invincible again.
You can mop him up like how I did, but he still got to eat one of them. Oh, look at all those... Look at all those nightmare creatures. Man, they really want me. Alright, I'm supposed to keep her healed the entire time, right? Anyway, that's how you do it, guys. You just drop a potion on her, like, at all times. That's the safest way. And, yeah, you wait until he summons to destroy the last hidden hand. There's a lot of nightmare creatures around me. Holy crap. Since I know he has such little HP left, I'm just gonna do this. Good game, Fuelweaver. Alright, that's Fuelweaver. I used 4 potions. That was like the safe way, sort of. I should have used another potion just to demonstrate, because if you're fighting Fuelweaver without Epic Health Bar, then you're not gonna know how much HP he has left, right? And so I would have probably used another Spectral Cure on him. So I would have used 5, but I used 4 instead, and that's like the safest method. How much crowns did I end up using? I used like 3 3/4 of a crown, almost 4. Magi, I used 1 tall Scotch egg, I used 2 jelly beans, and I only used like 10 cactus or 11 cactus, and my sanity's still pretty good. So yeah, that's the safe way. Let me try like the not so safe way. Wait. Wouldn't it be sick if one of Wendy's skill trees make Abigail not take additional damage from enemies? I don't know, man. Like, I think, okay, if it was up to me, Wendy wouldn't get a skill tree. I think she's perfect the way she is. She's not too OP, but she's not weak. She's interesting. She can fight enemies in a unique way. If I had to give her a skill tree, like, I think that's like a viable weakness. I think that's a really good weakness for Abigail to have. Like, she's weaker than a regular player. Making her take not double damage effectively just doubles her health and doubles like the HP of Revenant Restorative and all that kind of stuff. Spectral Cure All. I think that's a little bit too much. If anything, I would give... If you wanted to give Wendy buffs and stuff, I would give Abigail buffs against planar enemies, because that, I think, is like... it doesn't make a big difference against everything else. So, like, I would let her... I would give her some planar damage, you know? Just to make her more effective against the endgame enemies, which are like annoying, like shadelings and stuff. But just raw damage increases or raw defense increases, I don't think... I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, so this is the dangerous method. Try use as little Spectral Cures as possible. Like the name suggests, it's really tough, so it's a good chance I lose. But let's try it out. Our goal is 2 Spectral Cure-Alls. So animation canceling. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just being really stingy with my Spectral Cure-All potion uses. Oh no, I gotta use Spectre Cure. I can't do it. Messed up too much. Ah, okay. Let's trigger his shield. Get away. Can I beat him? It's gonna be really close. No, I can't beat him. I gotta use one more potion. No, I can. Damn, I need to use that one. I could have beat him with 2, even though I made some mistakes. Anyway, that was 3 potions used against Fuelweaver, and I didn't really provide any commentary because I was a little bit focusing. Okay. Let's try one more time, but with like top tier weapons. So yeah, Hopper, sorry about that. Like, just I'm just one player, so I'm not saying that this. Maybe you're right. Maybe it would be sick if she got a resistance to damage or something like that, or she's treated as another character. But if you're asking from just my perspective, I wouldn't touch Wendy. I think she's fine. Just make her stronger against maybe the planar stuff. Which I think they might do, to be honest. I really don't want them to make her good against like nightmare creatures. Because that's Wendy's weakness, you know? You can't use Abigail to fight nightmares. It'd be super junk if they just eliminated that weakness. Alright, so you're probably not going to have Bright Shade swords when you fight Fuelweaver if you're rushing them. And the next thing would be Morningstar, but you can't always rely on the caves being wet. What you can rely on is the Thulusite Club. So yeah, let's try the Thulusite Club. Because in my opinion, it's better than like Dark Sword and Glass Cutter. Be out his mind control. Oh, he's gonna heal up so much. Dang it. Healed up a lot. Holy crap. I'm not getting lucky with the tentacles. Am I? Come on, Abigail, get over here. Alright. There you go, guys. 2 potions. Look how good Philosophic Club is. It's so good. I think everybody sleeps on this weapon just because they think it's inconsistent or something, but man, it's like a, in my opinion, it's direct upgrade to the Dark Sword. Alright, so yeah, that's the most dangerous way, but honestly, that didn't feel dangerous at all to me. I think it's because I was using the club. I'm used to using the handbat, which prolongs the fight. But yeah, let's see, I used 3 crowns for that one. I used more cactus, but my sanity is super high. Didn't really need to eat all that. 1 tall scotch egg and 2 jelly beans. But yeah, that's the unsafe method, but really if you're using Thistlecite Club and you know what you're doing, you can do it. Okay, wait, one more way, guys. The funnest way of all, which is with a Beefalo. Let's do that one. Wanda would be boring without H. Warley would be boring without his food issues. Wartox would be boring without his sanity issues. Wormwood would be boring without his health issues. Wendy would be boring if she could fight nightmares with Abby. If you want help with nightmares, play Willow. Yeah. Hi, Mandy Aruda. Okay, so we're gonna use the Beefalo. Teleport to the Beefalo. Give myself some Raiju. Go next. Beefalo Bell. Beef Bell. There it is. Pick that up. What was your response to that? No, I completely agree with that. The downsides make characters interesting. Which, to be honest, is kind of why Woody is a little bit boring now. Because he's so good. I don't know about you guys, but I had more fun with Woody before. But maybe that's just because like I play with him a lot. So now that a character that I spent time with to improve my skills with, like, now that he's better and I don't need to spend all that time, maybe that's why I don't find him as fun. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, Beefalo time. What do I need? Blue caps. Let's go with 30 blue caps. That's pretty reasonable if you go through the blue mushroom forest. If you're fighting with a Beefalo, you want to use the Bee Queen crown because Beefalo is going to protect you the entire time. Okay. So what is the strategy again? I forget. Oh yeah, I apply the potion to Abigail first. Okay, I got it. Alright, you guys ready? I'm ready. Apply the potion to Abigail. Insert the heart. Get over here. Wait. Oh no, I don't have the crown. One more hit. Feet of 10. No, don't sleep. No. Oh no. Wait, I want to see how long it takes him to... Actually, it takes him a long time now to remove the thing. That could be an issue though, him sleeping. Don't go to sleep. Because it's winter, the nights are so long. I gotta teleport back in. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna... It's because this guy kept on falling asleep. So there's two ways to fix that, right? The first way is to only fight during the day, because this fight is super quick. So the fight will take like 2.5 minutes. The second way to do it is to bring food like Beefalo treats that heals him up really quickly. So, which one should I do? It's a long time to the next day. You know what? Let's try it again now that I know what to expect. Just gotta man up and deal with it. Stupid Beefalo, don't go to sleep. Oh yeah, I don't have the... Dang it. Forgot to wear the beacon crown. Alrighty, back on track. Alright, there we go. It's a good game. Alright, so if it's nighttime, like it is right now, you just gotta be really quick to feed him. That's all. And then don't be like me and be an idiot and forget the Bee Queen crown. I was wearing the Thulusite crown for like a good chunk of the fight, which destroyed my sanity. Beefalo treats aren't even that expensive, and if you're also rushing Misery Toad, you're getting at least some forget-me-lots anyway. Yeah, that's true. But to me, if I were to incorporate this into my rushes, I wouldn't want to have to farm at all. Like, I'm so cheap that I don't build a birdcage. So I wouldn't want to farm either. Or you can just, you know, be fast with clicking on your Beefalo. Or just fight them not at night. Like I said, the fight takes like only 2 minutes. So, yeah, it's like, you can fight it, you can just wait it out. I think probably waiting it out would even be faster than farming and stuff. I mean, if you're getting Forget-Me-Lots, like as a byproduct of doing something else, that totally makes sense. But I don't think I would go out of my way to try and get Forget-Me-Lots just for this fight. I don't get pierogies. Like the new way I do this is just to use tall Scotch eggs, because since I killed Bee Queen on day 11 all the time, like that's a lot of healing just jelly beans. So I just need a little bit of burst healing just in case, and that's where the tall Scotch eggs come in. So yeah, I don't really even need birdcage anymore. But yeah, guys, I hope that like if you had any questions or like were kind of confused with the video because I didn't explain that well, hopefully this kind of cleared things up a little bit. If not, it's gonna be a VOD that's out, and eventually I'm gonna get around to making like a pure how to beat Fuelweaver as Wendy video, and that one should be like focused completely on Fuelweaver, all the ins and outs. I kind of covered a lot of it in this stream, like where to place this dude, where to stand, the general tactic, which is like wait until you hit the last hand. But there's some other stuff like the little game you have to play with him, where you're waiting him out, like you're waiting for him to summon the minions. You just gotta wait and run around the arena. You can't just run away from him because Abigail moves just as quickly as him, and a lot of times she'll get caught right on him, and like when he does the bone snare, it'll hit her, which is not that bad in most situations. But if you're cornered like this and he hits her with a bone snare and he gets to you, there's a good chance he follows it up with a skull bash. It just can get really bad, especially if you're trying to save on potions. If you have potions always applied to Abigail the entire time, it's not so bad. Like that gives you a lot of room for error. But yeah, that guide will tell you all the ins and outs. It'll do a better job at explaining the fight than what I did today, because it'll have graphics too. Why do you have so many alt accounts? What? Alt accounts? Oh, you mean like why I call myself a different name? That's just because like I went onto Pogzar's stream and I didn't want to be called Lardy, so just changed my name for that, and I just haven't changed it back. But yeah, guys, thanks for sticking around. That's the end of the stream. You guys can look back on the other fights. Fuelweaver is by far the funnest and the most difficult. Bee Queen is probably second. But yeah, you can look back on that. I think I fought Bee Queen 2 different ways, one with a Beefalo in the beginning and one without. Yeah, guys. Alright, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. See yous.